Greetings and salutations, everybody. This is Jason BitBender Brink, an advisor to Gala and founder of LFG. And I'm here with one of my co-founders, Aneeda. And we are here to do ahead of the game. And we've got a bunch of stuff to talk to you guys about. A big part of what we do at LFG is to advance and grow the Gala ecosystem as a whole. And so with that in mind, we're going to jump right into it. Now, the way that this is going to work today, and it's going to be a little bit different, is one, we're going to do a bunch of game updates, some ecosystem updates, things like that. Two, we're going to dig into some of the things that happened with the hack and whatnot. I'll give a basic recap of some of the stuff that Benefactor said in Gala Gold and address thoughts and comments around that. And then we'll do an AMA. Now, it's a little bit different. As an advisor at Gala and no longer president of blockchain, I don't have access to all of the same information that I had before. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't go try to find answers to questions or bug people to get information to then share with you guys. But it's a little bit of a different thing than it was previously, where I could just go and dig things up myself and give it to you. So with that in mind, I may not have all of the answers that you want. I may have a bunch of answers that you don't expect. And because I am not an employee of Gala any longer, I may be able to answer some questions a little bit differently than you've heard previously. So with that in mind, Aneeda, would you like to take it away from some updates?
Absolutely. All right, so let's get started with Gala Film. You guys, the season finale of Razor will be aired this Sunday. So what are you guys waiting for? If you guys haven't watched the whole season yet, get watching, because these are short episodes and it is such a great series. I've been waiting for this finale, you guys. So let's get over there and watch it this Sunday. And then whenever you guys are ready, let's talk about it, okay? Yes. All right. So moving on to ecosystem updates, which will be our knowledge base updates. The new ones, or sorry, not the new ones. These have been updated because these articles were previously published and they just needed some revamping. So now these articles are set up a last expedition node, configure a port forwarding on a router, Gala node software requirements, Gala node software version versus workload version, Gala film scenes, Gala film popcorn, a series of decentralized exchanges 101, welcome to Common Ground World. We have Gala node software workloads with additional configuration and introduction to Discord, along with Web3 simplified. Next up, we have node updates. Now this pertains to the last expedition workload, pod initializing troubleshooting. So if you go to node.gala.com, node management, at that site up on screen, hover over to the top icon beside the pod initializing to see what port is causing the issue. Most likely it's going to be port 7777. So for home network, open the port and configure port forwarding. For VPS, especially with AWS, add a server firewall rule at port 7777. Okay? All right, so now on to game updates. And it's, again, going to be starting out with Last Expedition. And so Last Expedition nodes now require Gala node version 3.6.3 or greater. The requirements, 3.6.6 or greater. My apologies. So requirements for the Last Expedition workload have changed to 8 gigabytes of RAM, 4 CPU, 60 gigs of disk space, and x86 or x64 processor, a stable internet connection. So this applies to the current Last Expedition workload version, and the Gala node software requirements is now up to date. No, you will still need to set up port forwarding and firewall allow rules for incoming UDP port 7777. All right, so that was quite a bit to take in. Anything that you might have missed me saying, you can always find it at the Last Expedition Discord announcements channel, okay? Okay, so up next we have Common Ground World. So the next event is the very first guild event, you guys. How exciting is that? So every event from now on will not be a guild event, okay? But we may run into them once every month or so based on feedback from the community. So it's not going to be a reoccurring thing. It's just once every so often. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for when these guild competitions and stuff are going to be. Now, we will be running a guild member list at the start and the end, and any players who leave one guild to join another is going to be disqualified. You can't just jump guilds, okay? You can't jump ship to be like, oh, winning team, I'm just going to go over there. Can't do that, okay? You'll be disqualified. So, one guild all the way through. Okay, so the top 50 guilds get ranked gala rewards, and you do need to be in a guild for the guild event in order to place. Okay, so we'll send them out to each individual wallet and not just the guild leader. There is not yet a live guild leaderboard in game, so the players will have to wait until the very end to see the results. Now, I look at guilds as a friendly team where, players band together to help each other out, tackle challenges, and share rewards that come their way. Guilds are all about fairness and teamwork. So every member contributes to the group's success. In return, everyone also gets a share of the rewards, okay? So you guys, let's keep the game very balanced and very fun for everyone instead of stacking one overly powered team just to reap and hoard all the rewards, okay? So let's be nice. Let's have everyone have fun. Let's share the rewards, okay? Now, guild rewards are going to be a little bit different, so please make sure to check back in the Discord for the reward structure that you'll see here. So as you can see, it's a little bit different from your usual. I know it might not be enough time for you to get all of that info, so you can also find this reward structure in the Common Ground World Discord announcements page. Whew. All right, so the meta for next week is the Starlight Market Box. Now, this week, its ingredients are a jewelry set, a boom cane, a cake, and a wooden box, and it's all made in the boxing facility. This craft will have rotating goods from time to time for the event and the next few weeks at least. The craft ingredients will be as shown before. Now, when the recipe changes, so will the standard values for the Starlight Market Box. Craft time is going to be 60 seconds and it is affected by nothing. So, standard value for the Starlight Market Box is $718,080 and through 34,150 stars. Okay. Starlight Market Box will be star boosted by 200,000 stars, and this was adjusted from 100,000 stars previously announced. So, new sales. Now, the new NFT is going to be the boxing facility. It is a boxing facility with one worker, 2 times as fast, that charges half the wages and doesn't require wooden boxes to craft. Now, it reduces craft time for all boxing facilities, including itself, by 35%. So that does not stack. The NFT rework that will be coming out is the Masterful Distillery. So it is a brewery that has 2 units that walk twice as fast. There's no road, no shade, produced, and now will craft without the need for any yeast. The NFT rework, the next one is going to be a monumental snowman, which casts 3 to 2 to 1 cold, used to be 1 cold. 50% craft time reduction for Santa's Factory and the North Pole Creation Lab, and 50% speed boost to the Prof Skid, both in-game and NFT versions. Okay, it does not stack with itself. And the Crystal Sanctum will be relisted with the remaining supply, which is 100 and the cost of $990. So that would be about it for Common Ground World news. Now, don't forget to tune in to the Common Ground World Town Hall tomorrow at its usual time, 8 a.m. Pacific. Whew, that was quite a bit. All right, so next up we have Vox. Now, with Vox, we had a Vox Team Town Hall today. And if you guys missed it, I don't know why. Why'd you guys miss it? So that's why I'm not giving any information, because you should have watched the town hall. And if you missed it, feel free to go back. There's lots of information to unpack, and it's better said by them than by me. So make sure you go and watch it. Up next, we have Poker Go. So, with Poker Go, we just wanted to let you guys know that the distribution for sweepstakes 31, 32, and 35 are still in progress. So, make sure you keep your eyes and ears peeled for any future updates. Now, Legends Reborn. So, Legends Reborn. Now, the results of the second week of Legends Reborn, May Mayhem, is in. So, congratulations to Chaos and Woomy369, who will both receive $500 of Gala for being the player with the most matches played and the player with the most matches won by the end of the first week. So, due to the change at the beginning of week 2, 5 places are now eligible to receive rewards in each category of total matches played and total matches won. So we will be doing the same thing this week, with each winner in each category being able to claim the following rewards. So in first place, it's $200 of Gala. Second place, $150 of Gala. Third place, $75 of Gala. Fourth, $50 of Gala. And in fifth place, $25 of Gala. So you guys, good luck at the tables. And yeah, good luck, everyone. Up next, we have Eternal Paradox. So as we head into the end of May, a Game Master hunt is going to be hosted tomorrow. Yay! So get rewards based on how many times you attack the designated Game Master targets. Okay. At the start of each event, screenshots of the Game Master accounts and their general location will be shared. And it's going to be up to you to find the exact location. Okay. So players of all abilities can participate, as the Game Master accounts won't retaliate. So to ensure as many players can participate, there's going to be 3 time slots for each event to occur. Now, participate in as many or as little rounds as you like. So the event schedule for May 24th is going to be round 1 starts at 0 UTC and ends at 0:30 UTC. Round 2 starts at 8 UTC and ends at 8:30 UTC. Third round is 1600 and ends at 16:30 UTC. So it is only May 24th. Make sure you guys get in, get playing, play as much as you want, play as little as you want, just get playing, because if you participate, you are going to get rewards. Okay. So rewards will be distributed on a per round basis. Now, did you know participating in any one round at least once will get you 200 summon stones? That's a pretty sweet deal, you guys, just to play. So all gems are event gems and they do not contribute to the distribution of eat time. Okay. So with this event, first place is going to receive 3,500 gems and 150 times 10 stamina. Second place is going to get 2,000 gems, 100 times 10 stamina. Third place is going to get 1,500 gems, 75 times 10 stamina. 4th to 5th place is going to get 1,000 gems, 60 times 10 stamina. 6 to 10 is going to get 800 gems with 50 times 10 stamina. Okay, 11 to 20 is going to get 600, 40 times 10 stamina. 21 to 35 is going to get 400 gems, 40 times 10 stamina. 36 to 55 will receive 200 gems, 20 times 10 stamina. 56 to 75 is going to get 100 gems, 10 times 10 stamina. And for places 76 to 100, they'll receive 50 gems with 5 times 10 stamina. Okay. Whew, that was quite a long update. All right. So up next, we have Champions Arena. So what's new with this update? The Tower of Honor. That's what, you guys. So what else? We have campaign theme rewards. Okay, let's start that over again. My mouth is not working. Campaign theme rewards, battle results enhancements, and equipment presets. Now, improvements include May Mayhem explorations, which means we've added a 10-second delay for your exploration. We've added pet stat boosts. So legendary pets, Teddy, critical power will be increased from 10% to 11.5%. Norman, speed increased from 8 to 9%. And Foxy, life drain increased from 7% to 8%. For the epic pets, we have Wolfie, and Reflect is increased from 5% to 5.5%. The rare pet we have is Axis, and dodge is increased from 5% to 5.5%. Now, with the May Mayhem events, the final mission count for May Mayhem daily mission clear has decreased from 100 to 92, and the event has extended to May 31st. Gold and champion XP cap. So the change in this is that the maximum gold and champion XP adjusted to 4,000 million. I'm not quite sure if that's correct because it says 4,000 and then M. So I don't think 4,000 million is a correct number, but we'll get clarification in a little bit. So last but not least, we've granted 5 premium tickets to plus 10K Mayhem coins as a token of our apology for a few issues that we experienced upon the last maintenance. So make sure you check that because it is free premium tickets for you. So make sure you go get that. All right, so up next we have Gala Games Place. So we had another Common Ground World stream with Farmer Michelle on Tuesday. Now it's great to get back into things with like producing gas in a different way because not all of us know how to do that. Like it's such a confusing game if you're brand new to it. Like, how do I craft this? How do I make gas? Like, how do I not run out of money and have a stall, you know? So Farmer Michelle does a great job in teaching us how to play Common Ground World and how to get really good at it. Great strategies to develop. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to Farmer Michelle. I'm sure she has great strategies to help out anyone that needs it. Anywho, we'll be planning another stream to showcase some of the more end game crafts on another stream. So keep an eye out for announcements in Discord and more about these streams. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications to know when our next streams are. All right. Whew, that was a lot of info to take in. So anything that you guys don't retain, feel free to look for it in our Discord announcements channel. Okay, and now we are back with Jason.
Hello, Anita. Thank you very much. You did amazingly at that, and it's wonderful. You've grown in ability and confidence, and it is great to see you do this because you are much better at the game updates than I am. So I massively appreciate you taking the time to do this. So now. And yeah, one of the things I forgot to mention actually when we started this entire thing out is this is the 1 year anniversary of this. Is that actually a thing? I mean, I know there it is. There it is. I still got to get you better confetti. I got to give you my confetti. My confetti is superior confetti. Can I do my confetti here? Does it work? Yeah, my confetti is superior confetti, Paul. 1 year of this. 1 year of ahead of the game, pushing this forward, working to inform the ecosystem. As you guys remember, probably when we started this, and it's actually kind of a very good time to talk about this. We started this because there were those of us here who were really tired of there not being a central place for all of this information about game stuff to sort of go out there. And we, took a little bit of a cue from music with their top of the drops and, said, we're going to create our own thing. It's going to be awesome. And now that a bunch of us, in fact, both myself, Anita, and Good Paul, who is, still running the stream, none of us are employees of Gala any longer. And we're still here. We're still pushing the ecosystem forward. We're still bringing you information. And what I really look forward to in Ahead of the Game is when we start bringing in additional information from external game projects, which there are more coming, where we're able to go in and dig into, what people are doing at Voyager, which I spent a little bit of the morning playing, by the way. Total blast from the past in terms of the experience. Loved it. Got my ass handed to me right away. Anita looks at me with that look of disgust. It was terrible. It's been so long since I've played a game, with that many axes of control. And I started off with my mouse inverted, which is always a terrible idea. I don't know why anyone does that. I don't know what kind of weird person plays with an inverted mouse. Actually, I'm watching the Gala Gold chat. Who plays with an inverted mouse? Like, who does? I want to know. so that we
I
can
mean,
remove you
apparently
from
you did.
the Discord. Who does?
I said apparently you did.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't. I died. I died with an inverted mouse. It was terrible. Anyway, and so I look forward to, as this grows further beyond just Gala the company into the rest of the ecosystem, that we're able to bring you bigger, more, better updates from a variety of partners across the space. That's something that is very important to me, and that's why we're doing all of this. So let's get at it. Aneeda, I'll let you drop off so we can I'll do the AMA stuff here for a little bit, and we got the I have to move that. That's a little too high there. There we go. That looks better. So what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about any sort of questions that you guys may have, regarding anything within the entire ecosystem. If I'm aware of it and I can give you an answer, I absolutely will. I still won't break the law, so you're not going to hear me talking about token prices. You're not going to hear me saying number go up. You're not going to hear me telling you to buy anything. I'm never going to do that sort of shit ever. Okay. I'm not going to talk about stuff that I'm legally not allowed to talk about, which means I can't breach confidentiality with anything that I know about what's going on at Gala, or anything that I know in terms of partners that I'm advising. But other than those things, I can talk about a lot of stuff. And if I know an answer to a question, I will go ahead and deal with that. Let's see here. Squid Lips plays with an inverted mouse. I don't believe you, sir. So digging into some of the stuff that happened over this last week, there were some questions that people were asking about the breach, and I wanted to go into a little bit of what that was, how it worked, so people can better understand it. The way that the platform functions, okay, there's the contract. Okay, that is the main Gala contract. This contract was always safe, secured behind multi-sig. It has certain addresses that have roles in it. For example, a minter role. Okay, now the minter role is the thing that when people mint stuff from the treasure chest, that gets called. Okay, so that gets called thousands of times a day in some cases. There are various different functionalities for things like the bridge, or for treasure chest claims, things like that. It was one of those keys for that had been taken by a security researcher, and then had gone elsewhere. They accessed it, put through a transaction. Fortunately, the Gala team was right on top of it, saw it happen, and immediately called the blacklist the block list function in the contract, which people didn't like at the time, but now it seems to have been a pretty good idea, and was able to lock down that address. The person, the malicious actor, we'll refer to them as, sent the Ethereum back to the Gala finance wallet. Then Gala moved that to GalaSwap, purchased a bunch of Gala with it to reduce the illicitly minted supply, and proceeded to burn that. Overall, the response, I felt, was really, really on top of it. Communication was fantastic. Benefactor was in Discord the entire time, talking to people, explaining what was happening, and it was absolutely a cool thing. Now, what a cool thing to the response? Obviously, the event was not a cool thing. Super irritating. I was driving in a car when I heard about it with two children who had donuts, and there was a cuckoo clock in the back of the car, and we were driving down the California highway with screaming children and doinging cuckoo clock. Terrible experience. But anyway, the response was fantastic in terms of how they handled it. And I know some of the stuff that they've done is, obviously, they've locked a few of these things down. They've fixed some of the issues that led to this happening, and have had a full security revamp, and are working with a lot of different people to make sure that is locked down and does not happen again. So that's good. And then there's also a node proposal that went through yesterday for how to move forward with that to deal with the excess supply, which should be removed. hopefully, hopefully by early next week would be my ideal. But then once that gets removed, we basically everything goes back to exactly where it was prior to that in terms of the supply numbers, and so nothing changes. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now, and yeah, this is a great time to answer questions about the entire ecosystem or about LFG. We consider ourselves part of the ecosystem as well. So if you have questions, go ahead and ask, and we'll be more than happy to dig into it. Okay, Smiling Monster says, Bene said next week earlier in gold. Okay, that makes sense. That would be a good... Let's see here, a good timeline then. If he said it, that should be when it happens. Mixie Foxy says, if you're no longer a Gala employee, how are you guys going to make dollars? What's your revenue model for LFG? So the revenue model for LFG, there's a couple things. First, and this is something that I've been going on and on about since the beginning of the year, those of you guys who have referred a lot of people to the Gala ecosystem are starting to notice that when they burn Gala, you're getting part of that, okay? So a big part of the revenue model is doing, because nobody else is picking up on it, doing what nobody else is picking up on and saying, we're going to bring people into the ecosystem, get them to sign up and participate in the ecosystem and do things that create burns, and then we would receive a part of those burns back. Now imagine for a moment that you were the person to bring a major DeFi project to GalaChain, and think of all of the burns that would potentially happen from that, and think of the 8 or 2% of that going to you. I think that would be something pretty cool, and there's a very good revenue potential there. The other thing that we're going to do is, a lot of the people who came with me for this are some of the best people in Web3. When it comes to projects and launches and things like that. And so we're going to work very closely with other projects that want to launch on GalaChain. We'll facilitate node sales through external third-party sites. They'll use some of the LFG back-end tech that we're creating, and there'll be a rev share for LFG from that. It won't be as big of a rev share as Gala typically gets, so it's a little bit more efficient for projects to come to LFG. Plus, they don't have to go through the platform. Now, Gala is wonderfully working on some further decentralization features, which will make it easier for us to do this, and we are very appreciative of that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Manbear Pig says 1v1 Rust with an inverted mouse. Dude, you'd kick my ass. I'm terrible at Rust. I always die naked and alone in Rust. It happens every single freaking time. Okay, let's see here. Gas burn 2. Yeah, that's correct. Seneca asks, did you bring your whiteboard with you to LFG? And does Win Founders Node NFT, is that still on it? No, that's in the office. But it's definitely a thing that, like I said, I'm still an advisor, and I advise on a pretty regular basis that be done, because the moment that happens, there's a bunch of people who don't want to be in the ecosystem who can just dump their node and leave. And there's a bunch of people who do want to be in the ecosystem but can't afford to buy a $110,000 founders node. So it seems to me that these things are great and would, be absolutely fantastic. So I would love to see that happen. Anita's asking if I have leaks. I do actually have some leaks. Hold on, let me check Slack and see if I'm, if there's anyone saying I'm not allowed to say anything here, because there's some stuff going on that I think people will be very happy about. It involves Echoes of Empire. I can't give you more information than that right now, but I think it's going to make some people very happy. And there's a few other things that are going on right now. Basically, there's a lot more happening in the ecosystem peripherally than you guys are currently aware of. I don't want to give too much information away, but there's definitely some stuff happening. Okay. Max Pala asks, when will Gala reach $5? Gala, the company, right now is worth more than $5. definitely worth more than $5. In fact, each of the chairs in the office is worth more than $5. I'm quite clear on that. In fact, I'm having a hard time thinking of something in the office that's worth less than $5. I think the closest that you would get is some of the USB-C cables I left there. They were the cheapo ones from Amazon, and I think they were about $6.99. So, you know, who am I advising? I'm advising a lot of people. I'm advising some of the people over at Reflex. I'm advising some of the people at VGX. I'm advising a number of different projects that are all working on coming to GalaChain and or thinking through that process of what that would look like. I'm also kicking up a couple other businesses on GalaChain that are projects that I've worked on over, you know, not much over the last few years, but prior to that. And, you know, GalaChain provides solutions for those problems that did not exist previously. And so it's great to see those starting up. Okay, let's see here. Manbear Pig asks, is LFG exclusive for Gala or will also be helping game developers in crypto in general? It is right now focused on the Gala chain and Gala node ecosystem. Now, if you were a game, okay, that wanted to do a Gala node of some sort, you know, for game instances or IPFS or anything like that, and wanted to have your own token not on GalaChain, you could totally do that. However, the node part of the infrastructure does ping back to GalaChain, so that part would have to stay there. But, you know, I'm happy to talk to anyone about anything. I mean, shit, man, most people who know me well know that if you just ask a question, I'm more than happy to dig into it, which is why I do this. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, Chair Bandit, there are chairs in the office. I know it's been a while since either of us was there, but they still have chairs. Let's see. What do we have here? GBRL, nobody's going to give you information about the value of NFTs. They are whatever it is that you know, people decide they are worth. It's not going to be something that shows up in the chat. Okay, let me hop over to the YouTubes really quick and see if there's any questions there. What the hell happened? Oh, there it is. Okay. Metalore asks about any news for content for Dragon Strike. I have not heard anything about that. Zoro Gala. I have been seeing memes. Zoro Gala. I appreciate everything that you do. Devkin Bob loves Voyager. I'm a big fan. Win Gala hats. Chair Bandit. Win Gala hats. We'll wait for some answers there. Oh, is that Aneeda? Is Aneeda here? Still,
Aneeda is still here.
Okay, we can do two up if you want. Go for it. Let's talk about hats.
So pretty much everything is ready. We're just waiting for the payment system to go through.
Okay.
Like all of our merchandise is all set and ready to go.
All set and ready to go. There's also one minor contract thing that has to happen between Gala and LFG that allows us to handle that merch thing. But as soon as that's done, and as soon as Blake comes back from her trip, hopefully we can knock that out shortly. And then you will have merch. You will have merch for days. There's a lot of merch. Okay, let me bounce back. You can stick around, Aneeda. I'm just I'm glad you like my background. It's fun. I
do.
Right?
It's very mesmerizing.
Okay, so here's the question then on the mesmerizing background is, do we like this or do we like, one second, where did it go? Do we like this, the brighter? 1, 2.
Yeah. So good Paul just said he reminds him of the ophthalmologist. You know, the
Right?
one
Do
or
you like one or do you like two? One, two. I kind of like somewhere in between, like that.
it can't be too bright because then it just takes away from you as the
From my
focus.
gigantic, bright Uncle Fester, head. Fester, was that his name?
Uncle Fester, yeah.
Uncle Fester?
The
Yeah.
electricity, yeah.
Yeah, and like a light bulb or something like that. It'd be great. Glitch out. Yes, you should watch the Vox Town Hall. I watched the Vox Town Hall, which is interesting because it's the first Vox Town Hall I've watched, I think, ever. And it was fantastic to see the. Oh, well, Good Paul says it's the first town hall that's ever been done for Vox. I was thinking of Chattervox, which I have actually listened to now that I think about it. So I'm super stoked to see that happening. It was really great. Bradwin says that he's feeling amazing since the spot ETF got approved. I'm a big fan of that as well. It was nice to see certain individuals getting, and organizations getting sort of slapped down and told to stop stopping innovation. And let's see. I'm glad you guys like the LFG logo. I'm a big fan of it as well. I can, oh shit, I did it wrong. I moved the wrong thing. There we go. I'm thinking of changing the red to an orange so it matches the glasses. But the whole point behind it is I wanted to go. You like that? Okay, we'll do that. The whole point is I wanted it to be like a NASA mission patch. Because you see those patches on the astronauts' shoulders and things like that, and it always looks super cool. And so I want something to do with that. Okay.
Cool. And yeah, you should match up the color to your glasses because
it's
those very iconic glasses.
Well, yeah, but we need. Okay, so here's a question then: how do you feel about orange hair?
It doesn't match my skin tone. It's gonna clash. That'll look more Oompa Loompa than anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna have to send you like a fake orange wig so we can try it just to see how it works.
I don't think orange is a very flattering color on me.
I mean, it's not a flattering color on me either. Like nothing is flattering on me.
Like it's your accent color. Like it works for you.
Oh,
we have Chair Bandit.
Who's this stranger? Oh, I'm liking your background.
Okay, now I feel like I need a very cool background.
Awesome that you're muted. You're muted inside the little video thingy.
Hello?
There we are, Chair Bandit. My drink matches your background.
Oh, very nice. I don't think I've ever been on Ahead of the Game.
Welcome.
I don't know. I saw the party, so I was like, "Paul, can we get 3 up? Is that going to be a pain in the ass?" He's like, "No." So here I am.
That's because Good Paul's amazing and real,
right. And very real. Yes,
definitely real. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. So you want to talk about merch? You want to tell people what's going on?
Yeah. Should we keep it a secret what kind of merch we're thinking of? Because there's some that we're kind of on the fence about, but if people want it, we can do it.
Well, let's see. Let's do this. How about you give them the weirdest, most interesting piece of merch that you definitely think should be done?
Yes.
The weirdest. I was playing around and I came up with some really weird. I had Gala curtain blinds. I have been watching. Chair Bandit has my credit card, and so I see like these random ass things coming through, and he always forwards me the invoice, and I'm like, oh okay. It's very necessary for research.
I understand. You probably have the best Gala branded room out there right now.
I do. Actually.
Yeah, show something. What do you got? That is
Oh no!
giant blue square.
No.
I promise it's not green.
What it? Oh,
This
come
is
on!
a big ass desk.
Oh my god! This is so embarrassing.
Hello?
It's like, nope.
Come on, man.
Perfect. So what we're selling is an invisibility cloak.
Yeah, this is great.
All right, well, that's pretty terrible. I'll take a picture.
Mischief man. Wait, well, it almost works.
There we go.
Is that
desk mat?
a mouse pad?
Desk mat, technically.
Desk mat. Okay.
Do you want to send a picture to Good Paul and then he'll open
Yeah,
it?
let me. That'd probably be better than whatever I was trying to do just now.
I like the idea of invisibility cloaks a lot more.
Good Paul wants 2 toys for dogs.
I like that idea, actually.
Okay. Hold on. I've got some stuff I got to answer for Squid Lips. He says, BB, can you now tell us what you really think about Jesus, Jake, Lycan, and Stash?
Ooh.
So, yes, I can, actually. Jesus Martinez, I think, is a talented gamer. I think that he is a good content creator. I think he is very, very young, and prone to saying stuff that he hasn't necessarily checked. Okay, which is I'm going to leave you out of this for a second, Aneeda. But hey, Chair, did you ever do any dumb shit when you're in your early 20s?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So allegedly. Jake, I think, is a great guy. Super excited. I cannot say that I understand some of the content trajectories he's taken. Let's say over the past couple of years. But he has contributed to the Gala ecosystem, and I'm sure he's doing quite well right now with gas burns and whatnot. So good for him. Lycan, I'm assuming, by the way, here that Lycan and Stash are being considered 2 different people, because the Stash is the Stash and Lycan is Lycan. Lycan, is a remarkably misinformed individual at times. He's extremely passionate. I bumped into him a few times in person. I don't necessarily think he's a bad guy. He does say a lot of extremely borderline unsubstantiated things, but I'll just leave it there. And Stash is amazing. I freaking love Stash. Stash is fantastic. I was on a call with him, actually, with the children amped up on donuts in the back, screaming behind me, when I heard about the hack. So I'm a big fan of Stash. Stash is amazing. Smiling Monster says, now that you can travel, when Shed of Secrets 2? Shed of Secrets 2 is coming, sir. It is definitely coming. Okay, we got a desk mat. Good Paul says we have a desk mat. Desk mat, go. There you go.
Desk mat.
That's a cool looking desk mat. I would like that as a desk mat
that I can send you, Paul. This is one of the ones that I'm kind of like, do people want it? I don't really know.
I want it. I mean, at the very least, you should send me one.
Here, let me send this to you, Paul, and then you can throw it up there.
So Max Powell asks, who's handling the day-to-day operations that you and LFG left behind? We kind of took most of our operations with us. Like, the stuff that I do, which is essentially hasn't changed, because what I basically do is if somebody asks me a question and I give them an answer. It's essentially like a higher level AMA than what you have right now. Like somebody will send me a message. It'll be like, hey, what do you think of this as a tokenomics thing? And I'll say, that's great, or change this, or I would change this slide. The advising part hasn't changed. As to everything else, they're basically, people are continuing to do what they do, just not getting paid by Gala to do it. So yeah, that's that. Smiling Monster wants that as a mat. That would be a cool mat. I'm a fan of that as a concept.
I like that. I'm going to need a higher resolution image than that, though. That's about 40 pixels.
Charlie made that.
Charlie made that. Okay.
Charlie and his team made that. So hit them up. What was you? There's number 2. There's another thing. Oh,
yeah. There's my puppy jersey and a Gala rug, which I am currently sitting on.
There you go. Are you sitting on it like she is? Because is that a she?
No. Yeah, that is a she.
She looks like a goodish girl.
She's a good girl.
She's just a goodish girl.
But yeah, the Gala rug. I saw that and I was like, well, Jason's going to buy me one of these.
There it is. There it is. The Gala rug, guys. You heard it here first. Okay, let's see here. What other questions do people have in the YouTubes? TSG85. I was in charge of an entire squad in my 20s. I'm sure you were. I've known people in charge of entire squads in their 20s. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes not so much. But just because you were kick-ass in your 20s doesn't mean that I was. I said all sorts of dumb things. Let's see here. Zoro Gala would like to see the turn of the Gala creators into the official Discord of LFG. I don't think that'll probably happen. We'll probably want Gala creators to continue to be Gala creators, but I think it would be, maybe Gala ecosystem creators. And so it isn't so centric on Gala, the company. Let's see here. Rome wants an invisibility cloak. Custom Gala referral QR code bumper stickers. I'm down for that. I don't like randomly scanning QR codes though. That always feels like a That always
Most people
feels
are
like
taking pictures of your car.
Yeah. A braided lock of Gala employees' beard hair.
I'll get right on that.
Herb Derb wants that. My daughter pulls enough of this out that I could probably make that happen. Coconut Banana says LFG merch confirmed. I do have LFG patches actually on the way, which I think those are going to be kick-ass.
Definitely going to do some LFG merch as well.
Because it's really, let's see here.
I have to.
Webkist says you really should take questions in YouTube. You're going to bump your engagement in Algo. YouTube? What is this? Webkist? That I took it from YouTube? I mean, I'm trying. By the way, guys, I'm seeing 70 watching and only 2 thumbs up. So can we more thumbs up? Can you guys all
everybody hit that?
Hammer that, and then also hammer the heart thing, and let everybody know what's going on here.
Right. Make sure you like and subscribe, people. And
do the like and subscribe thing too.
Do all of that. Show us some love.
Yeah, and here's some confetti. You guys can have some confetti too.
Oh, I do have to mention, because it is our anniversary. Well, our ahead of the game anniversary. I wanted to let everyone know, because our store wasn't ready yet, we actually tried to make sure that we had a ahead of the game t-shirt ready for today. Unfortunately, our store wasn't ready.
Aww.
Yeah. So whenever the store does launch, we will have ahead of the game t-shirts. Okay. So yay that.
Webkist, yes, I see you. I have to. Oh man, I have to set up another camera so I can do like the Riz double shot. I think that would be. Good. Paul wants to send me a camera. Let's see here. Zoro Gala, how is LFG preparing for future in-person events? Yes, LFG is preparing for future in-person events. There will definitely be some of those, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this, because one of the things that those of you who know me and who have hung out at in-person events, specifically the smaller in-person events, I'm not talking about like the Galaverse things where it's just like this many millions of dollars thing that you kind of wander through and are awed by, but doesn't give you a lot of connection. Those of you who have hung out with me at smaller events know that I love hanging out and chatting with people and talking with people and sort of sharing what's going on. So you're going to see a lot more of that sort of stuff. and especially if you're somewhere I can get to without too much of a pain in the ass, I will probably be there. But I will also come visit other places. I'll bounce through Europe and UK and stuff like that. So there will definitely be some of that. And the Galaverse 2024 is not entirely off the table. It would probably be something that I would like to see happen with the entire GalaChain ecosystem. Not just Galaverse previously was always about Gala the company and the stuff that Gala the company was doing. I would like to see something that is a larger creators event for everybody in the ecosystem that is building. Obviously, big focus on gaming and entertainment because that's what people love. But I also want other people to understand the versatility of what is happening on GalaChain right now. And if you go, which by the way, if you haven't yet, go to analytics.gala.com and look at some of those metrics. There's a lot that's starting to happen right now. If LFG needs some logistics help base in Florida for events, let me know, says Zoro Gala. Maybe that's the thing. I may have to come check that out. I've got people I need to come see in Florida too. So that'll be a thing. Let me bounce back over to gold here. Okay, let's see. General Kaizen wants a rug. And Subspace wants a baseball cap. We need to get Subspace a baseball cap. I have Subspace's address. I just recently sent him socks. Again, I sent him extra socks because it took me so long to send him the first freaking pair of socks that I found another pair of socks and I sent those to Subspace too. And let's see here.
Faust has a good one there.
What was that? LaFaust.
LaFaust.
Say I know someone with the contact of an owner of a video game or project currently in production. What would it be? One of said owner to get in touch. Yeah, you could basically absolutely put them in touch with LFG. You can send a connection, to inquiries at lfg.inc, lfg.inc, and connect things there, and we'll take it from there and talk to them. General Kaizen wants track and trace for merch built on GalaChain. It's funny that you say that, given some of the other stuff that's going on. Smiling Monster wants, I'm assuming that's a beanie, not a Benny, like an Eggs Benedict, probably a hat. But if we can do Gala branded Eggs Benedict, that would be kick-ass too.
So beanies we will have in store as well.
Maybe an iron brand you can stick into your eggs.
Like,
yes.
Why don't you do like a?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
A waffle iron.
We should all go get Gala LFG tattoos, guys. What do you think?
Oh, you know what'd be cool?
Good.
An LFG waffle iron, like the logo to make a waffle. Because there's enough detail in it to be waffly.
It could be waffly. I think Chair, you've got your marching orders.
I'll do my research. Yeah.
Apparently, we need waffles.
I'll look into waffle irons.
And we have an AOTG T-shirt logo. Is that what?
Oh yeah.
That.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Mm-hmm. So initially, we wanted it to be nice and the logos and all of that in gold for our 1-year anniversary here, but unfortunately the store wasn't ready, and I don't think anyone wanted to print in gold, so that was a bit of an issue as well. But they will be ready as soon as the store is here.
LaFaust, I don't know what happened there. I wanted to ask one of the benefits of getting in touch with LFG. Oh, basically, I think the question there. Let me make sure I'm. Oh, there's custom waffle irons. Subspace is on it, man.
Doing my job for me. I like it.
LaFaust, basically what we at LFG do is whatever's necessary to help projects get into the GalaChain and Gala node ecosystem. And that may be advising, that may be, looking at their papers, seeing what sort of stuff they could potentially do, helping them figure out what a node workload could do. Because a lot of times there are people who have, sort of these very abstract pie in the sky sort of ideas. We want to sort of bring those to earth and make it into something that can actually be engineered and built. What are my plans for Last Expedition? My plans for Last Expedition are to play the hell out of it. I absolutely love Last Expedition. And so that's what my plans are. I know that Gala has other plans that involve building it, continuing to grow it, a very robust content pipeline. But my plans are to play it because it's a fun game and I enjoy it. Let's see here.
Yeah, those guys are cooking.
What do we got? Say again?
Those guys are cooking. Let's see all sorts of fantastic promotional stuff going to that game.
Kim Chen wants Gala earbuds.
Okay.
I dig that. Cornelito says, stop scamming people. Thanks. Their coin is cam, guys. Stop buying it. Oh, Cornelito. Man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, well, you are hidden and you don't get to say anything anymore. So let's see. Any other questions that anyone has? Let's get some more questions. What do we got? Tune into the stream tomorrow. You could probably win some merch. You should tune into Smilin' Monster stream. So one of the things, by the way, that we're doing right now, and Chair Bandit is helping lead this, is there's a bunch of creators that are part of the official Gala Creators Discord. And we at LFG, okay, this is separate from anything that Gala is doing. We are sponsoring creators with merch, with goodies, with USDT to do giveaways, with whatever is necessary to get those creators moving in the right direction, creating some content to bring more people to the GalaChain and GalaNode ecosystem. So that is that's going to be something pretty freaking cool. And yes, LFG may turn into the best knowledge base hub for connecting B2B around GalaChain. Yes, that's the whole point. That's what we're trying to do.
Got it.
Is LFG hiring? Not yet. Not yet. We have 15. We need to start driving revenue before we start hiring people, because as of right now, that's getting paid for out of my bank account, which is painful. That is.
He seems pretty cool, though.
It is very cool, but it is painful.
Because his name's cool.
Wait, what was that? Say again?
Stupid dad joke.
Oh.
Because he seems cool.
Yes, his name is cool.
Right,
cool is cool. This is true. Let's see here. So yeah, basically the thing I was getting to there is go watch Smilin' Monster. Go watch Shadow Knight. Go watch Dr. Wookie. Go watch The Stash, the real one. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, you can't pretend that you can't. It just isn't. I mean, that's like you can't have somebody who's well known for something and then decide that you also are going to be that secondary thing. But it doesn't. I mean, it's like me deciding that everyone should call me, George Washington. I'm reasonably certain there's a more famous George Washington out there, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I want to be called George Washington. I will always be, at best, a Wish.com George Washington. At worst, a Temu George Washington. And you don't want to be a Temu George Washington. That's all I have to say. Yes, Subspace says, love the Wookiee is fantastic. Let's see here. Anything else? Any other messages?
CEO of Gala, you want to squash that for any writers out there?
Yeah, I am not the CEO of Gala, by the way, Smilin' Monster. And Smilin' Monster knows that, obviously. I am an advisor to Gala, and I am, oh God, yes, based on all those articles. I hate it when that happens, by the way. I go to events, I speak at an event, I'm there talking to things, and people are taking pictures, and then Eric says something, and then they put the thing that Eric says next to a picture of me. It is, yeah, it's not fun. Okay, what do we got here?
Couple people typing.
I'm seeing the typing. Herbender wants to be a good old Temu George, Glitch Out says. Yes. Can you be an unpaid volunteer for now, Kim Chen? Maybe. That's a possibility. There's always stuff that needs to be done here. Let's see. Can I volunteer to be an unpaid advisor? Maybe. We'll see, man. Let's see. Aka asks, what are your plans for Last Expedition? I'm feeling like Aka's bouncing around here. My plans for Last Expedition, again, to play it. It is fun. Okay.
You got hit by one of the facehuggers yet?
Oh, those are the worst.
And then your teammates just don't help you?
Well, to be fair, I think we're naturally predisposed not to shoot one another in the head. So yeah. I do get that. One, I hate it when you get eaten by a Ravager and you're trying to shoot your way out.
That's a fun one.
That's it, and then you're like trying to reload inside the creature's belly. Can you melee your way out? I've never actually tried that.
I don't think I've tried that. I know that my teammates have heard the muffled screams of horror as I get dragged a mile away.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. General Kaizen, how can an individual leverage GalaChain for its project business? I think a website with simple lingo and use cases would help. Yes. If a game dev doesn't have time, expertise to use blockchain, could you connect them with Gala engineers, or would you recommend to him to hire someone? It would be nice to see workflows or processes, how LFG helps bridges B2B, B2C. You are absolutely 100% correct. This is a big part of what we are working on. The nice thing is that it is much easier for a new person to build on GalaChain than it is for them to build on pick an alternative.
Blockchain.
Yeah, so that's the good news. So what we would like in the long run is basically my vision is to have a small team of people that can essentially be parachuted into a project. They can be the outside people to help integrate whatever it is that you want to do. You've got a game. Okay, we say, well, these things can probably go on chain. This is what your model may look like. This is the way that things are supposed to potentially go. So, give it a shot, help them integrate, and then, basically make it more of a service type thing where we can help people get to the next step. Squid Lips, can you give real examples of a business that would benefit from moving on GalaChain? Anything that has data that needs to be accessed by multiple people at multiple times, anything that requires there to be a degree of transference of that data, and anything that you don't want to have based in a single centrally located database. Subspace would like to see service of Gala trained devs who can contract build stuff. Is that LFG? Yes, that's what we're trying to do here. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Now, we don't have as many of the engineers on LFG. Most of the engineers, the hard engineering people, stayed with Gala to actually finish building out chain components and integrations and things like that. But we do have some very talented Web3 people, and we also do have external teams of engineers that are working on stuff related to GalaChain, but not former Gala, but they are building on GalaChain, a few other projects. Subspace wants Subspace on GalaChain. I dig it. Let's do it. I don't want to be that guy, but what would happen if LFG failed? Well, we would not have jobs anymore, and somebody else would have to do ahead of the game. To be honest, a lot of us, at least I would probably still continue doing this and make it work. Other people, it would be entirely up to them. But if LFG doesn't work, then it's just LFG not working, and there's going to be other entities that come in to do what we've wanted to do and maybe do a better job of it. It's the way it is with everything. Excuse me.
So Jason,
Yes.
the people want to know what's going on with May Mayhem this year, and why is it scaled down so much?
Why is it scaled down so much? Well, I mean, I think that
I guess every other year.
Well, I mean, that's a great question for not me. I don't know. Like this is actually a great example of I don't know. It's not my job. Not.
Well,
I know that. God, my voice is going. Need hydration. Mal, this is my new favorite flavor. It's the Ultra Blue, which is definitely an actual flavor.
Just trying to upset him now.
Yeah, it's okay. I like when he goes all groundskeeper Willie. It's great. But yeah, no, I don't. The May Mayhem plans there's a bunch of different things. I don't think it's necessarily that May Mayhem itself is smaller as much as it's a bunch of different things that are all happening, and less of a big concerted May Mayhem, here it is thing.
That is a very fair point. 2 Mayhems ago, it was just Townstar.
Yeah, exactly.
Last game literally just
Townstar.
It's like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, and now it's like, shit, man, if you sat me down, I could barely name all the games that we have going on. I'd miss something for sure. And this is why Aneeda does the game updates most of the time, because I look at this and I'm like, I don't even know what this is. I can't read this. It's going to be terrible. And you guys have seen me do that, and it is terrible. So that's why I try not to.
But yeah.
So Jason, go on. Have a good night, Subspace. Peace out. Okay. I got some. So I'm going to hit a couple of these things that LeFaust has. I have an example. I know a project out there intending to upload genetic information of plants to the blockchain so an app can connect and compare the quality and other features of plants to obtain certifications and validations. Think coffee or other plants. Let's do it. That's fantastic. That's exactly what it should be used for. And the cool thing is you can take that data, you can store it in a decentralized fashion across a node network specific to that project, and make it so that you have the ability to, upload, potentially process that information. I don't know. I have no idea how large the genome of a plant is in terms of storage. But, you could do that and run any sort of iterative work you want to on that. That's fantastic. And proving provenance, I think, is a huge thing in that. So, yeah, that's a great use case. Let's build a thing.
It's a fantastic utility when you really think about it.
Oh, it is. It's huge. So, and then the CryptoBurry asks, when's the food industry going to get on Shade? Field to fork is such a massive thing. Horsegate in the UK. Horsegate. Yeah. It's right for blockchain. It absolutely is. 100% agree. And all that it takes is for somebody to actually do the damn thing. So start it. It's going to be easier for you to build on GalaChain than it is for you to build anywhere else. Okay. Now, it does not have all of the documentation that's pretty and stuff yet, but it's going to be easy for you to get that done than it is for you to do it any other place. So start it. If you want to do it, go for it. Do it. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I think
UPS or FedEx. Yeah, those are both. Logistics is a fantastic use case for blockchain.
Yeah, logistics is huge. Like UPS or FedEx, but it's not. Don't think of it as UPS or FedEx, because what UPS and FedEx do is the actual physical movement of goods. Okay, you don't want to do that. A blockchain isn't going to move stuff. Okay. A blockchain is going to move data and track data. This was, man, I don't even know if I should go into this. Should I go into this chair? We did the whole thing.
Yes.
I should?
Yes.
I say give the Coles notes short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Okay. The Coles notes? What is that?
Spark notes?
Coles notes. Okay, so you're the only other person I've ever heard call it Spark Notes. I've always ever heard it as Coles Notes.
Coles sells sweaters.
Coles, no, Coles is a bookstore in Canada.
Canada? That's America's hat, right? Canada is America's hat. Anyway,
cultural differences.
Yeah, it's fine. I live here in Canada anyway, so but I've never been to Kohl's. Again, Kohl's sells sweatshirts that my grandmother would wear. I believe Chair would back me up on that one.
I swear it's just a bookstore. There's nothing else in it. It's just books.
I believe you. I'm not arguing. But anyway, years and years ago. This is so long ago now, Chair.
I know what you're going to talk about. Yeah.
So this logistics tracking thing was a thing that I was working on, and am still to a degree working on. There is a team right now that's building some of this out. I was unable to execute it because the Ethereum, which is what it was built on initially, did not do what I needed it to do in order for it to actually be a functional product. We built out, test implementations and apps and things like that. So you could scan a barcode and it would write it directly to Ethereum. And then you could go and essentially each piece would have its own address, and you could track the movement of that. And every time you'd scan it, it would upload the latitude and longitude coordinates and things like that. It was originally designed to have, all sorts of other stuff attached to it. And so that was a thing that I worked on a lot, and is starting to move forward again. That was all pre-Gala by what year did it was like 2015?
2016-ish?
2015, 2016? Yeah, somewhere in there. So Chair, that's actually how I met Chair, is that he worked for a guy that I had hired as a contractor to do a few things which never got done, but that's a whole different story. And so we've been buddies since then. And so that was a long freaking time ago. But anyway, yes, it is exactly perfect. GalaChain is exactly perfect for that. Let's see here. Cliff Notes. That's right.
Cliff Notes is also acceptable.
Except Kim Chen, who seems to be a cool person, I guess, says Cold Notes.
Listen,
so fine. We'll permit both. Okay. We will allow both. Okay, I like Rocket Unit. Rocket Unit says LFG stands for Let's Fucking Grow. I like that.
I like it.
And yes, I have a DM right now from Metaflora in my Twitter DMs. I just haven't had a chance to deal with it just yet. Okay, guys. Well, with that, let's go ahead and button it up for today, and let's go from there. Okay.
All right. So, thanks for having me, or thanks for letting me show up unannounced.
I'm glad that you were able to be here for your inaugural appearance on Ahead of the Game. It is going to be the first of many. We've got more. And Aneeda, we need to get you on this background. We need a cooler.
I feel like
we need a cooler background.
And look for cool ones.
Yeah, we'll make it neat. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Peace, BitBender out, and I'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.